As someone who's worked as a police officer and for the government in the Ministry of Defence, I've always had a deep interest in investigating unexplained events. Today, I'm going all in on one of the UK's most compelling UFO cases, the Rendlesham Forest Incident, often referred to as Britain's Roswell. Now, this event took place in December 1980, involving US Air Force personnel stationed at RAF Woodbridge in Suffolk. Now, this isn't just your average UFO sighting. It happened over multiple nights, and some of the key witnesses were credible military professionals. That's what makes this case stand out. It's not just rumour or hearsay, it's backed by detailed witness testimonies, official reports, and physical evidence. So let's start with the first night, December 26, 1980. At around 3 a.m, US servicemen stationed near the east gate of RAF Woodbridge spotted strange lights descending into Rendlesham Forest. Now, at first they thought it might be a downed aircraft, so a group including Sergeant Jim Penniston and Airman John Burrows was sent to investigate. What they found was far from a crash site. As they entered the forest, Penniston and Burrows described seeing a metallic, triangular craft glowing with strange coloured lights. Penniston even claimed to have touched the craft, describing it as a smooth, black and warm to the touch. He noticed strange symbols on its surface, which he later compared to hieroglyphs. Now, after a few minutes, the craft reportedly lifted off the ground and vanished into the sky at an incredible speed, without making a sound. Now, imagine witnessing something like that in the middle of the night, deep in the woods. It's no wonder this incident has left such an impact. Now, if this had been a one-time sighting, it would already be interesting. But what makes Rendlesham even more mysterious is that this wasn't an isolated event. Over the next 2 nights, more sightings occurred, with other military personnel reporting strange lights and objects in the sky. Now, one of the most notable accounts came from Lieutenant Colonel Charles Holt, who was the Deputy Base Commander, who personally led an investigation into the lights on December 28th. Now, during this investigation, Holt and his team observed a series of strange lights, including one that appeared to beam a stream of light down toward the ground. Holt even recorded the event on a tape recorder, providing a real-time account of what they were witnessing. You can hear the tension in his voice as he describes the lights moving through the trees and strange objects appearing in the sky. But it wasn't just the lights. Holt and his team also detected elevated radiation levels in the area where the craft had allegedly landed, adding physical evidence to the case. They recorded small triangular impressions in the ground where the craft was said to have touched down, and these impressions were documented by both the military personnel and the local police. Now, all of this only adds to the intrigue and mystery surrounding the incident. Another fascinating detail is that years later, Jim Penniston claimed that when he touched the craft, he received a kind of telepathic download of binary code. This code was later analysed and, when translated, revealed coordinates for ancient sites around the world, including the pyramids in Egypt. Now, whether or not you believe in alien encounters, that's a pretty wild detail that only deepens the mystery. It's also worth noting that the US military has kept much of what happened that night under wraps, despite numerous Freedom of Information Act requests. There's speculation that the events were part of a secret military experiment or even a cover-up of a Soviet spy satellite crash. But again, there's no solid evidence to support those claims. Instead, what we're left with is a case full of unanswered questions, compelling witness accounts, and enough physical evidence to keep UFO researchers fascinated for decades. Over the years, the Rendlesham Forest Incident has become a cornerstone in the UFO lore. It's one of those rare cases where we have both credible witnesses and physical evidence, making it difficult to dismiss it entirely. Whether it was extraterrestrial in nature or not, the events of those nights in December 1980 have left a lasting mark on the history of UFO sightings. So what do you think? Was it really a UFO, or could there be a more earthly explanation that's still being covered up? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're into UFOs, paranormal activity, or unexplained mysteries, be sure to hit that subscribe button. There's a lot more to uncover in the world of the unknown. I'll see you in the next video.